So what we're going to try and do is to see if you can take to this method of doing things. If it works for you, brilliant. If it doesn't, well, okay, let's look at what our other options are. But test on Monday. And if I've got this right, you're not 100% happy with where you are in relation to the test, is that right? Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, reversing, parallel parking.
Okay.
I don't know why, but when I'm with Martin, I don't get my car up to, like, we're not dual carriageway.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're doing 60. For example, a van were coming on. I moved over, but he got on, he were doing 70.
Hmm.
Whereas if I'd have been doing 70, I wouldn't have even had to move for him.
Okay.
And I know that, but I didn't do it.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's a confidence thing or I don't know.
Well, it could be all manner of things, couldn't it? So, if there was one, I mean, we're on a limited time frame on because you've got to get back for the little and come back from school. So manoeuvres, is there one in particular that let's look at seeing if we can help you with and see if you take to this method of doing it?
It's the left-right reversing and parking behind another car.
Okay, we've probably only got room to do one of those in the time frame we've got today.
I'm trying to think which to do.
Doesn't really matter, it's just a case of exposing it to the methodology.
Right hand reverse.
Right hand reverse, okay.
Yeah.
So, well, we'll have a chat about it when we get to an area where we can do it. But we'll need to do a little drive to an area.
Yeah.
So let's not waste that time.
Yeah.
Is there anything in your driving that you would want to work on the way there?
I speed sometimes.
Okay.
So, or I might not bring it down enough when it's reduced from.
Okay.
Yeah, in time.
So if we were going to work on that on the way to an area,
Yeah.
how might you do that, do you think?
Be conscious of the signs earlier.
Okay.
Keep watching my speed. Should be able to feel
Okay.
what speed I'm doing. This
Okay.
feels big for a car, so sorry.
Yes, of course, this one. So when you say be conscious of the signs earlier, how will you do that?
My observations and planning earlier.
Okay. So you want to work on your speed, not going slightly over?
Yeah.
Because these things sit at about 34 to 36, don't they, comfortably in fourth gear?
Yeah. I don't.
Would you like any help from me? Or are you happy to work on that on your own?
I'll try it on my own.
Okay. If you change your mind about the level of support, just flag that up.
Right then.
So if you were to mark yourself 1 to 10 at the minute on your speed, where would you put yourself if 10 was the best it could be?
I'm hit and miss, so I'm hit and miss.
Okay.
Some days probably about 5, other times higher.
Okay. So what are we aiming for today then?
To improve above a 5.
Or what would it take to get above a 5?
What I've just said, really.
Okay.
Making sure
All the time? Some of the time?
all the time.
Okay. Righty-ho. Well, what I'll do is I'll give you some directions to take us to where we can practice stuff. We'll have a look at that on the way, and then we'll have a chat when we get back, or when we get there. Yeah, get yourself comfy, make yourself familiar with the car.
What on the light was it? It seems quite big, this, for a car, so that'll get it.
I think being sat on the hill like that gives it that little bit of that impression too.
Bit diesel.
Petrol.
Yeah.
Just sounds a bit loud, doesn't it?
Okay, then. I feel nervous now.
That's okay. Nothing to be nervous about. There's no good, there's no bad, there's just what is.
So, best to reverse this up in this one.
How's that feel?
Okay.
Take a few minutes. minutes to get used to the different car.
I think there is. Yeah, it's as weird when you're downhill, isn't it? No, I know. Oh, did do me.
Do what?
Took my handbrake off before I got my bike in as well.
Out of the car park and left, please.
It's a bit wider than mine, so...
Yep, did the right thing by reducing your speed.
I like that staying on.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like these coarser indicators.
No, why couldn't I get it to stay on then?
It's because there was just enough steering on to cancel it. So
Right.
just on that point where it cancels.
That was me. Right, okay.
So go all the way at the end of the road and take the road to the right, please.
Oh, he's on.
Left at the next lights. So have you had a play with commentary drive?
It's on. Andrea, what are you doing? I have, yeah.
How did you get on with that?
He says I didn't do bad on that.
Okay. How did you think you did?
I don't think I did that bad on it.
Okay.
In fact, mid-driving were a bit more controlled because I was talking it. So I'm going too wide round parked cars and things.
Do you think that commentary drive tightened that up?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
If you feel the need to do it here, feel free.
Okay.
If it helps you.
I'll shout at myself.
That's okay, I won't listen. Honest.
I got on himself today. When we first start, it's just we've been different. Sorry, it's just getting used to it.
It's fine. You're trying to mirror yourself there.
Both.
Alright, fair enough. Get to the end of the road, to the road to the left, please. At the end.
Just we're not looking again, I'm looking at it first.
That's alright. It's getting used to me. Tell me about the last junction.
Not sure.
Talk me through
Me-
what happened. What you can't even say it. What your thought processes were.
A bit fast.
Okay. Anything else?
I didn't drive to the end and stop. I crawled or
Okay.
coasting.
So if I was to ask you if you were going to do that junction again, would you do anything different?
Yeah.
And what would it be?
I'd go to the end and stop.
Okay.
Plus my gears, I don't think I'd change down. I'd have for if I could get out.
Okay. So just clarify that for me. I'm not sure what you mean then.
I'd have gone through all my gears. I didn't do a proper gear.
All right.
Yeah.
Which gear did you pull away in?
First.
Sure.
Second.
Yeah. How did that feel when you were pulling away?
It were wrong. It felt wrong.
Okay.
I saw that sign and it's 40.
Good. I was just going to ask you what the speed limit was here, but you beat me to it.
So I'm a bit hit and miss, I think. With things.
Yeah. How would you say your speed's been so far?
Maybe a bit slow on some of the roads.
Okay. Which ones in particular do you think?
Nearly all of them.
Okay. Well, it's felt relatively smooth, so that's been okay.
Right.
So which speeds would you have changed?
I think I was doing about 10, 15, whereas I probably could have done 20, but there was some bends and things.
Okay.
That's what I was getting a bit conscious of.
Okay. We'll take the second road on the left, please. You're following the signs towards Ferry Bridge.
It's on.
It's just different, isn't it? That short, stubby little stick.
Right, so now that's clear. It's okay.
Feel free to do commentary driving as much as you want,
Right.
if it helps.
Just watching my speed, so I was starting to go over again, or I had a bit.
To the next exit from this road, please.
Sorry, it's not very working.
To the next exit.
Oh, that indicator. That was too fast because I went.
When we get to the end of the road, to the road on the right. Put down to the change of car. Would you take the next road on the right, please, just after the pedestrian crossing? And then follow the road around to the left, please. It's a bit grey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Icky. and the first road on the left. Take the next road on the right for me. Find a corner to do it round. So did you say left reverse or right reverse?
I said right, I think.
Okay.
Right.
Next road on the left, please. Do we park cars at this one? Once we get past these parked cars on the left, find a convenient place to pull over on the left, please.
Didn't need to indicate.
How do you reckon that would go down on test? What's your thought?
Probably going too slow on some roads.
Oh no, sorry, I meant the indicator at the end. You think it would matter?
It didn't benefit anybody.
Hadn't hurt anybody either, was it?
Well, no.
So,
No.
what do you reckon?
Would I not mark down for that?
Well, how would you mark it if you were the examiner?
I think I'd say it wasn't necessary.
Maybe, but would you put a mark on the form or?
No, because it wasn't
You haven't hurt anybody,
a
have
hazard
you?
or...
No, you'll be fine. So, the thing that you identified that you wanted to work on the way across here was your speed.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. How did that work?
I think I was a bit too cautious and slow on some of the roads.
Okay.
But I hadn't driven it before.
Okay.
Didn't get up to 70 on the dual carriageway.
Okay.
I think I identified the other with the 40 miles when it changed and it dropped to 30, 20 when we just come round that road there. I'd seen that. I don't think others were too bad unless you're going to tell me different.
No, I'm not going to tell you anything at all. I want your opinion of it.
Right.
Have you broken any speed limits?
I went slightly above in a 30 zone.
You'd have got away with it because it was a teeny bit.
Yeah.
If
But
that
I've
does
seen
happen
it.
to you, sneak it back under, just like you did.
Right.
Whatever you do, don't come off the gas suddenly or brake.
Right.
You've sneaked over, sneak back under.
Right.
You might not have noticed because it was
Okay.
only just, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So in terms of working on the speed, how did that work for you? Did that produce the result you were looking for?
Yeah, in a lot of the areas, but to the dual carriageway I still didn't get up to speed.
Okay, so what might you do different if you did that again?
Be conscious of getting it up to the 70 miles an hour.
Okay. So, on the drive across here, there's lots of other bits and pieces that you identified.
Yeah.
Tell me how you were feeling. In fact, that's the easiest thing for me to do. So just say, analyse the drive here for me. Tell me all about it.
I don't know where to start.
Let's start from pulling out the car park.
Okay then. Did my checks.
Okay.
I checked nothing was coming out the gates.
Mm-hmm.
I was already checking to my right, see if anything was coming.
Mm-hmm.
And it was clear.
Okay.
So I stopped in first gear and pulled out.
Okay.
I think maybe went there.
Traffic lights right and left, how were they?
okay, apart from messing with the indicator.
Okay, different car.
Yeah.
And then we came down the hill around to the T-junction at the bottom. How about that section of road?
I think a few of them roads probably might have been better to be a bit quicker.
Okay.
But they were quite windy, a lot of them.
Okay. Is that something that you might identify you want to work on at a later point, or something you're aware of just to work on your own?
Yeah, I think I'll concentrating on the other parts of the driving and then let the speed drop.
Okay.
So
we didn't go over, which is what we're looking for. So the next time we want to be in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then so we came down the hill, we turned left at the bottom of the road. We chatted about that one.
Yeah.
Tell me about that one again.
I'm trying to think how I approached it now. I sort of let it coast down to the junction a bit and I set off in second.
Okay, so
instead of first.
What would you do if you were doing that junction again?
I think I'd use my brake a bit more and then I'd probably change straight to first.
Okay.
Because it's an hill and I were watching, I could have pulled.
And again, the question to ask yourself is that something you want to highlight to work on a future session, or is that something you can just work on your own? What do you reckon?
Probably something that I'm working on my own.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Anything else of note on the drive that...
Let me think. Dual carriageway, you said the next junction, but I weren't looking properly where the next junction was.
Okay. Tell me about the van, or the pickup truck thing.
I indicated to move on. And he did move across.
Then there was a bit of an issue when he came to move back, wasn't there?
Right.
Tell me about that.
Was I going too fast for him to pull in?
Not sure. You tell me.
I'm trying to think now when he pulled in.
Just take a moment and just replay it in your mind.
I probably maybe should have dropped back a bit, or...
That might have worked. Anything else you might have been able to do?
Gone into the other lane, going to the fast lane, and then was he had a trailer? When I think about it, yeah.
Possibly. Any other options?
Can't think of anything at the minute.
Would it have made a difference if we'd gunned it when we joined the road? Do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because he had a trailer, didn't it? So yeah.
All of those are options.
Yeah.
So that if that situation repeats itself, you've now got a range of things you can do.
Yeah.
Because the one thing we cannot do is influence his behaviour.
Yeah.
The only thing we can do is ours. Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of, you said your speed was a 5 some days, some days a little bit better. How was your speed on the way here today? You get that a 1 to 10.
Maybe a 6.
Okay, so an
except
improvement.
Except for dual carriageway.
Okay.
I don't think I'd put that up.
So all this analysis that you're doing, it's things that you can, they become learning triggers.
Yeah.
You can analyse it and think, what would I do different? Okay. So we'll come back to that a little bit later, because I think there's all sorts of things we could do there that give you little exercise regimes that can help you tons. But right reverse, we've got to want to cross the road here that we can use.
Yeah.
Tell me about your right reverse. What is it you want to work on in particular?
Let's think. Make sure I do enough observations while I am reversing.
Okay, how are you going to make sure you do that?
Make sure I don't go too fast when I'm reversing, which hasn't been an issue, but I've had a few slow starting, sort of stopping and starting kind of.
Okay, think that's okay, stopping and starting?
I might have gone a little bit fast on some of them.
Okay.
Yeah, just trying to think when I'm doing it now.
When will you do your observations?
Before I start.
Okay.
When I set off, I've got to be looking in the rear mirror, which on some occasions I've not.
Okay.
So every so often, especially as your car's turning round, but as much as you can really.
How often? Tell me about that.
How often?
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think how to word it.
Are there particular times that you need to do it more than others?
Yeah, when your back end's coming round.
Okay.
Especially when you're turning into there as well.
Okay. So what else is it you want to work on? Is it just that bit, or is there other bits and pieces?
All my reversing. left, right, and...
Okay.
Okay.
Well, they're transferable skills between most of the manoeuvres, so if we get it right on one, it tends to fix the others. So observation, anything else? Well, there's three things you're assessed on: control, observation, and accuracy.
Yeah.
So the observation, so just before you turn, before your car comes around, any other points that you might observe?
In the right reverse.
While you're reversing right, yeah?
Well, yeah, you need to check the street as you're going past it. You're looking for pedestrians, children, anything. Yeah, everything. It's like earlier today, there were a postman walking across and back behind. So, yeah.
There might be a bit of activity here that might concern
Yeah, another
you.
postman. Yeah, so, yeah.
So have you got a plan in your mind about what you might do? You don't have to tell me, as long as you've got a plan what you might do to affect better observations.
Just do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a plan. How will you do it? and I think the key thing is, how will we measure if we're being successful or not? How will you measure?
I will know what's going on around me.
Okay. Anything else you want to work on for this manoeuvre?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. So if you were to mark yourself again, 1 to 10, it's just a handy guide.
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you see as being successful today? 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 10.
As long as I go up, maybe up to about a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the 7 would result from better observations. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I miss steering.
Okay. Tell me about your steering.
I tend to be looking at the wheel rather than feeling if the wheels are straight.
Okay. Okay. The all right.
Yeah.
So have you got a plan in your mind how you might do that?
Yeah, feel it more and try not to look at it.
So, do you want to talk some more about it, or do you want to just crack on and have a go?
I'll have a go.
What level of help do you want from me?
It's the different. Cause I've got myself little markers in my car. 2 off.
Okay. They're going to pinch our corner, aren't they?
Let's see. No.
No, they're not. Splendid. So do the markers help you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In what way do they help you?
When to start turning, when the curb's disappearing, and.
Okay. Would it seem outrageous to you if I suggested to you that you might do better without them?
No.
And that I think you should just judge it? Should we try that and see?
Just judge it, okay then. Yep.
On you go when you're ready.
Okay then. It's coming back, I think.
Let's steal it before he gets here. Dibs on it.
This one, yeah. So I don't need to indicate, do I? Because there's nobody here, nobody to benefit. Oh, it's an uphill one as well. So I need to make sure I'm a couple of car lengths away, don't I? So.
Not quite in reverse. It's got a little clip that you need to lift up.
Ah, right. One of them, right.
There you go. Change your car.
I'm going too slow.
You never go too slow.
Straight there. Now my front end's swinging out, so I should have been checking a bit earlier there
Okay.
before I started. And again.
Is there somebody coming?
And there's a postman over there. There's nobody up here.
I'll let you finish off and then we'll have a chat about it.
I can't see it curved in that wing mirror.
Went down to guesswork, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm looking at it down there instead.
And that'll do nicely there. How's that?
I can't see. too far away.
No, it's all right.
Alright, it's not too far.
It's about a foot, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But take the road to the right and pull over on the left.
I miss postman.
Yeah, don't run him over, no. It's just in case somebody wants to come in here. It's a single carriageway.
Yeah.
A single track. So there's 3 elements that we're judged on our manoeuvres. Control, observation and accuracy. So if you do me a favour, you don't mind me splitting it into the 3 bits.
Okay.
Tell me about your control. How was it? And we'll ask you for a mark out of 10 after you've talked about it.
I think I started oversteering when I first started
Okay.
to take it round.
Did it cause you an issue?
I know.
What
Well, I don't
did-
think so because
what
I
did
got
you
it. I steered back a bit,
Okay.
but I should have observed slightly sooner because my front end were already coming out a bit before I looked back round.
Okay. So there was a car coming at that point, wasn't there?
Yeah.
A white car. Did you see him?
Not until I looked properly.
Did you cause him any issues?
Yeah, because my front end were out and
Did he change direction or speed?
he did a bit, yeah.
You sure? I don't think he did, you know. You can review it on the video.
Yeah.
You haven't caused him any issues at all, eh?
Right.
Now, okay, in an ideal world, the observation around might have been a teeny bit earlier, but you haven't really caused any issues, and that's what we're looking at. We need to make
Right.
sure you're safe. Well, let's just finish off on the control end of things. How was your speed?
Too slow?
No. It's impossible to do this too slow.
Right.
Tell me how you thought your speed was. Were you under control at all times?
I felt out of like on control. I actually felt better than what I did earlier today.
Okay. What was different about the one you did there to the one you did earlier today? I mean, I know it's a different car and a different person sat next to you, but apart from that.
I think I was oversteering and then I was doing too much again then the other way to try and straighten it.
So you've said that you corrected, which of course you did. Did the speed help you there? Do you think?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So anything else to discuss about speed, do you think? You ready to give yourself a
in the
mark out of 10?
reverse?
Yeah. How was your control overall?
Just for the reverse.
Mm-hmm.
I said a 5 before, didn't I?
You did.
I feel like I've gone up at least 6 or 7.
Okay.
Probably 6.
What would give you a higher score again? In terms of control? We'll deal with observation and accuracy in a minute.
Right. Trying to think.
What would a 10 look like? Control.
Doing it quicker, maybe. A bit quicker.
Think about control. Would doing it faster give you control, do you think?
No, not in a reverse.
Okay. Do you want to rethink that? I'm not dancing
I'm
around
trying to
here.
think because I'm not confident with my reversing.
No, but it's if you just analyse it, and it's completely fine to give yourself 10s, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, because it's not about my
I
opinion
don't feel
here.
like I could.
And this is the slight difference in the way that I do things. It's not about what I think about it, it's about what
Yeah.
you think about it. So if you think about it in terms of control, was there ever a point during that you felt out of control?
No.
Okay. So what would a 10 look like if that was a 6?
Maybe a bit nearer to the curb.
That's
Or is
accuracy, not control, though, isn't it?
Right. I think it comes down to the observation
Oh,
again.
that's a different thing. Just control.
Just control. I thought I were in control.
Okay. So
That's best I've done. Martin won't believe.
So now let's look at the other elements.
Yeah.
So control, we've got that one. If you're going to do another one, and we probably will, what would you do different in terms of control?
I don't think I do anything different.
Okay, cool. So let's look at our observation. How do you think that was? Tell me about that.
Need to make sure I do my observation before I start changing directions using steering wheel.
What do you think we're looking for on the test in terms of observation? What do you think the examiner's looking for?
That I'm doing enough. I've done it in time. That I'm aware
Okay.
before I turn car. Just forward planning and
Well, the criteria for the test is that you mustn't adversely affect another road user. So, tell me about your observations. Let's give yourself a score first off. Let's have a
for
your observation during that particular manoeuvre. Just the observation.
That's 6.
Okay. What would get you a higher score?
Doing them earlier.
Okay. So if we have another go, what will you do?
Do them earlier.
How will you remember to do that?
Do it in bits.
Tell me about that.
So before I set off, I'll do them. And when I've gone a bit down, I'll check again.
Okay.
And then go down on the straight bit a bit more, and then check again before I start turning.
Okay. Will you do all of that while you're moving, or will you stop?
You can do a bit of both, can't you?
You can do whatever you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just looking for things that might help you.
Yeah. A lot of it, more or less on the move, because you're looking.
Is there any harm in stopping, do you think?
No.
Okay. And then the final bit, accuracy. Tell me about that.
Do you mean mark myself out of 10 or?
Yeah. Or even just tell me about it. How accurate were you, do you think?
I'll go up to a 7 on that one.
Okay. What will give you a higher score?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't
That's
know.
fine. So, if I said to you, obviously we cannot use the first one, but there are some other junctions up here we can reverse into the left. Have you got a plan? Now, you don't have to share it with me. You can if you want. Have you got a plan about what you're going to do on this next attempt to raise those scores? Or give yourself a happier feeling about it?
Get my observations in better.
You got a plan how you might do that? You don't have to share it with me. As long as you've got a plan, that's all that matters.
Just as I said.
Okay.
Just get as many as you can in without it
So what would you
affecting your driving.
Okay. What would you like to do now in terms of that?
As in my plan, or to
Well,
to
either.
go and
Do you want me to shut up and you just do it?
Yeah, go on then.
Go on then. Off you go.
So I'm doing another left.
Not this first turning, but the second one.
But I'm doing another left, yeah.
And there's parked cars on the right. If we go to the end of the road and turn left, the first road on the left we'll be able to use, I reckon. We'll see if these ones are any good when we get there. We can try them.
And I look down road as well.
Okay. Not quite enough room in these, is there? No, we take the road to the left at the end, and there's a turning on the left just before the bridge. We can use that one. What I'd like to do is to complete the manoeuvre and then analyse it for me. All on your lonesome.
Where are you going? Yeah, trying again. So this is something I keep forgetting, but I'm going to have a good look up the street. That's pretty clean.
On you go when you're ready.
Let's keep the wheel straight.
execute your plan.
Sorry?
Just execute your plan.
Oh, right, sorry.
So I'll shut up. I said I was going to, didn't I? It's difficult for me. Nasty one, this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
Comes in.
Just judge it. You'll be fine.
I'm steering a bit too much now
No,
today.
not at all. Not at all.
To get it straight.
Just do what you think you need to do. Bring it to a stop when you're happy.
I think should I pull that
That's
up
fine.
as I did it?
No, that's okay. What are you thinking of?
Too far away.
Sort it out then. Do what you think you need to do. Whatever that is. As though I wasn't here. So, tell me about that.
I think I've ended up at the same position. Alright.
Are you tucked in?
No.
Could another car... You are. Could another car get past?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And it's a narrow road, isn't it?
That's right.
So tell me about the reverse. 3 points.
Right.
Control, observation, accuracy. Tell me about your control.
I didn't lose control.
No.
I was in control. I weren't doing it too fast.
Okay. It's a tricky one, this one, isn't it? Because it's
Yeah.
flat, uphill, downhill, uphill, downhill.
Yeah, and you can't see a lot of it.
You can't, no.
unless it's so it was more judgment in looking where it was further down
Okay.
the road,
How
where you
did
could
that-
see.
How did that work for you?
It helped me to figure out where it was in, because I could see the curve down there.
Okay. So in terms of marking yourself out of 10 for control, how would that one go?
About 7,
Okay.
same as the other one.
How about your observation?
I did look a bit more
Okay.
when I was turning, and then when I turned again, I was
Do you think you've done enough observation, do you think, for the test?
probably not.
Well, I would have said you had.
Okay.
But that's okay.
Am I coming to hard on myself?
Only you can be the judge of that.
Right.
It's the key thing is we need to get you to mark it, and it's no good me disagreeing with your mark because that just doesn't work. Were you aware of everything around you at all times?
Yeah, and I was looking down the street,
Can't want for more than that then, can you?
drives up there. Well, yeah, no,
Okay, now tell me about your accuracy.
it went a bit off as I got down here.
Tell me about your accuracy at the end.
At the end,
At the end, where we are now.
it wasn't too bad. Probably could have
Okay.
been better.
Okay. What would make it better?
I did too much steering, I think.
Okay. So if you were going to have another go, have you got a plan in mind about how you might do that?
Yeah, I need to know with the feel of the wheel where my wheels are. We're
Okay.
going straight.
So, and this is the key bit, you know, when it comes to learning, because what we're attempting to do here is to get the learning out rather than put it in. Do you want to pop round and have another go at the same corner? Just do what you think you need to do, and I'll shut my face, and then you can analyse it for me after you've done. So if it's a different outcome you're looking for, just think about how you might do that.
Let him go.
Okay. see, car. They're everywhere.
Well,
They're everywhere. There's you planning on putting another one on the road.
Well. Oh, steering, steering. It's gone a bit wide.
Okay, so just bring it to a stop there.
Yeah.
So if you get to a position like that,
Yeah.
what's your options?
To bring it in a bit more.
Any
As
other
I'm coming
options?
round. Start again.
Anything else?
Think of anything apart from
That's
bring
okay.
it
So,
in and then start again.
You've got two options. Choose one and go with it.
Okay. Now it's
Just trust yourself and go with your good judgment. Do what you think's right. What's the worst that could happen?
that'll be far enough down.
Keep at it till you're happy with it.
I'll just put it in a bit more.
Tell me about that one. Before you do the control observation accuracy, there was a moment there where you weren't happy with it.
Yeah.
And you looked at your options and you chose one and executed that plan. How did that
Yeah.
work?
Well, I checked it was safe to go and then changed the direction of my steering to bring it back in.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Good job. Now tell me about your control.
Not me,
No,
Alan.
not at all. Now tell me about your control observation and accuracy.
I think I did a bit more, but there might have been just a couple of times where I might have needed to do it a bit more.
Okay. Were you aware of everything around you at all times?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now tell me about your accuracy.
From beginning to end.
Just in general, the whole thing really.
Uh,
But where we end up that matters.
Yeah, I don't think it was too bad. I know I'd gone a bit wide there, so I brought it in again, and I thought I was still a bit too far away from the curb, so I brought it back in again before stopping.
Do you think it looked like, and I'm going to ask you this to sort of second guess you, do you think it looked like you knew what you were doing from this side?
No.
Well, I think it did.
Yeah, all right.
There wasn't a single point there where it didn't. There was that one bit where I just said, just come to a stop, because you looked like you were getting a bit annoyed with
Yeah.
yourself. I says, okay, so what's happening? And make a choice. Aside from that, you looked like you were on top of absolutely everything. It looked like it. You may well have been, or you may not, but it looked that way.
I might be judging myself too hard at times then.
Well, I think we all tend to do that, and
Yeah.
it's the judgment thing that can mess things up, because if you start judging yourself against whatever the criteria is,
Yeah.
you're either happy or disappointed.
Yeah.
Whereas if we just look at, well, this is the result we want, this is the outcome we're looking for.
Yeah.
Did we achieve it? Well, we didn't. That's not so much of a judgment. All right, we didn't achieve it. What can we learn from that? And each time there's a thing that we regard that it wasn't the outcome we were looking for, it's a learning trigger. All right, what can we do with it? What can we learn from that? Rather than thinking about it. Because the judgment tends to focus on whose fault it was,
Yeah.
rather than what can we learn from
Yeah.
it. How do you feel about your reversing to the left now then?
I feel a lot better.
Okay. Who did all that work?
Me, I suppose.
Who's come up with all the suggestions to how to change it?
Me.
A little.
Help from you.
Where did I help?
I don't know, I feel like you did, but
Okay. You get the chance to review the video. I've asked some questions to help you sort of focus your mind on what you were doing.
yeah.
But you made all the decisions.
Right.
You've done it all. No help from me. So if you can do it on that, you can probably do it on the others.
Right.
Okay. So, we need to be thinking about heading back, don't we?
Yeah.
See, we'll have a chat about how you find this method when we get back.
Okay then.
The drive on the way back.
Yeah.
What are you looking to work on there, do you think?
Getting back. No.
Getting back quickly.
Making sure that I'm in the speed limits.
Okay.
And right gears, smoother gear. Not doing unnecessary gears.
Okay.
Like, like sometimes you go from fourth to first, third to fourth to second.
Okay. There's lots of little bits and pieces that we observed on the way there. If I might make a suggestion,
Yeah.
I think you've fallen foul of what most experienced drivers fall foul of. Because you're in an area that you know reasonably well, and we're very comfortable with driving, what happens is our line of sight, or the point that we look at, our focal point in the road, shortens.
Yeah.
Happens to everybody. Pushing that focal point further up the road
Yeah.
will change the way you drive.
Right.
Do you want to try it and see?
Yeah. Looking at the
So-
bigger picture.
Well, if we go right at the end of here and take the
Yeah.
first right, and then find a convenient place to pull over, and I'll see if I can explain what I'm talking about a bit better.
Right, yeah.
When it happens to everybody, our view becomes foreshortened. So we need to do what we call putting our eyes on main beam.
Yeah.
In fact, you can just pull over on the left, just around the corner here. This will do us nicely.
Yeah.
So if you were driving along this road in the normal course of things, can you pick a point on the road up there and tell me where your eyes would be?
Normally.
Be honest.
Yeah. Normally to where the fence is starting to bend, just
Right. Yeah, that's...
the car would make you pull in.
Yeah.
But now you've said that and I'm looking, there's somebody walking with dogs. You don't know if they're on leads from here.
Yeah. What can you see beyond that?
Not a lot, so it probably means the road turns.
Okay. Right.
Because this way it's just stops, don't it? There's
So having your eyes there makes a radical difference to
Yeah.
the way you approach the immediate space in front of you.
yeah.
Because you're aware of that, it might change the
Yeah.
way you do things.
Yeah.
So if we can think of that and just push our eyes a bit further and just try it and see if it helps.
Yeah. Now or while I'm driving, do you mean?
Yeah, well, both.
I don't know if you're asking me more about.
It makes a radical difference if you get your eyes on main beam. I mean, normally, and I'm not saying this to show that I'm clever, but normally my eyes would be to the end of that fence, right as far as
Yeah.
you can see,
Yeah.
and you'll see everything that's in between.
Yeah.
So take the first road on the right. And would it be alright if I just asked you a couple of questions while we were driving?
Yeah.
So if you couple commentary driving with pushing your eyes further up the road, it cures a massive amount of things.
Do you want me to do that?
You can, commentary, but you can if you want, you don't have to. But if you tell me, coming down here, what's the furthest thing you can see at the minute?
Is some houses after the big tree where the red car is.
Okay.
And I know there's a junction because the Land Rover's just turned in.
Okay.
Someone's opening the door there, so. Park cars either side, someone's coming through.
Okay.
Do you remember and pull out? I need to make sure I don't go too wide on my side because I've been going too wide on those cars. So
Where are you looking here?
it goes round a bend. There's someone at that car. Can't see right underneath if there's, like children, a few people.
Okay. We'll go right at the end of the road.
Okay.
Where are we looking now?
The shops, so there'll be more people.
Cool.
There's quite a few. Well, there's a junction. There's a lot of bad bend. There's 20-mile zone. I think I'm in second. Okay, so it's 20 here, and it's a head only. watch what he's doing because he went that slow.
When we get to the end of the road, to the
Oh, yeah.
road to the left, please.
Did you pay him?
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Let's come
Keen.
down because it's quite... Sorry, we're going left now.
Yes, please.
Just checking.
We've redone the road markings. About time.
So, can't really see there's a wall, but it's clear. Alright, won't be no park cars here because there's yellow lines.
It's a big assumption to make.
Well, there shouldn't
be.
Shouldn't be any.
And next road on the left, please. Once we're on the new road, to the first road to the right.
Next road on the right.
Yes, please.
Oh, he's on, Andrea. Oh, I'm too busy messing with
Okay.
the indicator. So we've got traffic lights. Park car. What's this to wait here? So that goes, that's a right hand bend. Can't see if lights are going to change because you can't see where the, unless he's just weren't waiting and he's.
But you're quite right.
Yeah. And there's a pedestrian as well.
Good, well done.
Plus there could be workmen, so it's quite tight how they've done all this. Okay.
So tell me about your choice of speed here.
Going pretty slow because there's a workman there on the road.
Do you think it was the right speed to travel?
Maybe a bit faster.
No.
No?
Oh no, it's not about what I think. I'm just trying to see what's going on in your mind. Sorry.
I've not gone through those roadworks before. Plus, I know there were all workmen all over. So.
Were you safe?
Yeah.
Did you inconvenience anybody?
No, there were nobody behind me.
There you go. So where are we looking now?
I am looking. I can see a pedestrian beyond that blue car, and this going to the left a bit is the road. There's a junction up here.
Messing around with them speed bumps, are they?
No, they're everywhere, aren't they now? So there's a school ahead, and it's getting on for school time.
Where are your eyes now?
There's a cycle, but it's on the other side of the road. I can see the brow.
Road bends around a little bit to the right. Do you think there's anything around the corner?
Can't see, so I'm just looking for any signs that could.
Anything that might indicate that there's something ahead? Any brake light activity on those cars ahead?
Can't see for brow at all. So
we can sometimes get a little bit of a guide.
Just watch.
Well, if one of those cars had braked, there's probably something ahead.
Yeah. Well, there's a bus stop there.
Is there a bus due?
I don't know.
What might tell you?
People waiting.
So there might be a bus in front of us.
Yeah. Because there's nobody waiting.
Might not as well, of course.
Saying slow for a reason, so.
Yeah. SLOW, so lift off welly.
There's a car wanting to pull out up here. And he has done. Got quite a lot of junctions.
So you've made some little microscopic changes to your throttle positioning there.
Yeah.
Because you saw the situation ahead of you.
Yeah. Postman again.
It's not the same one, is it?
It probably is. Might be one from this morning as well.
Stalking us.
Another bus stop. Nobody
The brakes are on in the blue car. And now him.
Yeah.
There you go. So there's little, just teeny little clues everywhere.
He's right to edge of pavement as well.
Good.
I'm Callie, and they might have a dog that's on a leading garden.
There you go.
Yeah. And there's a big bus that you're trying to get out.
See the road further ahead?
Yeah.
Up the hill?
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
There's a sneak preview.
Slow down a bit before speed goes. So those cars are coming round that park car, so I'll just pull over a bit because they're not.
Cool. Hey, stop at the corner if you want. Carry on if you want to. Do you find it helps?
With talking, I do actually. I think it controls my speed a bit.
That was my next question.
Well, this is on a bend. It's a bit more narrow, this road.
So do you think it's something you're going to employ on your Part 2 test?
Yeah.
My last candidate for Part 2, the examiner couldn't get a word in.
Did the pass?
They did.
Right. Right, so this bus is stopping. It's on a bit of an hill. And we've got one with hazards on. So I can't get by at the moment on my side of the road.
Tell me what you think's about to happen.
I think she's going to pull away now, and I can't go because it's near around a little mini roundabout. But when it's clear, I'm going to have to go because she's still got her hazards on. So I'll just check behind me. I've got to get around pretty quick because the car's coming. And should I have gone then?
Oh, that's fine. One of those Mexican standoffs that you get at mini roundabouts. And then right at the end of the road.
So we've got another one with hazards and he's rocking all over. I don't know what he's doing.
How about the black car behind him? What do you think they're going to do?
Can't get by him and he's going to block my way, so I'll better stop.
Because you spotted him so early,
Yeah.
he's not caused you an issue. Is he going to make it in there in one go, do you think? Wow, he did. That is impressive.
Good lad. Just make sure he's off the road in case that car pulled out to
Good
get
call.
by him.
Right at the end of the road.
Oh, this is one of the ones where I'm going to need my handbrake. Is that on? Sorry, it's this indicator. Okay. Okay, so I've got to bend again. Can't see anything round here really. There's no cars on.
Would you consider being wider to get a better view?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
Got
bad
some
thing to do, but if
cars.
you're going to do that, be sure and tell the examiner you're doing it and why you're doing it.
Yeah. So
Otherwise, he
just
might just think it's incompetence.
Yeah. That I've
It's hard to
just
tell the difference.
not just gone in my own little world and driving wherever I want on road. So he stopped for those park cars like these by.
Did you have to stop?
I completely stopped.
Oh, tell me about that. How were you able to manage
I
that?
went down my gears.
Okay.
Well, I went into second. These
And then
cars have
head back
stopped.
left. So right at the traffic lights.
Garage, whatever it is. Another postman.
They're everywhere. What's going on? It's late for a postie. 3:15.
I'll get my post about 2ish. Oh, we don't have, do we have right signals on this?
Yeah.
No.
We can go.
And do you know what I'm thinking? He's come right over it. Right, turn is locked.
Yeah, the old.
They are, haven't they? Sorry, I was looking for a
That's okay.
feeder.
There is one, but we can also go when it's on the left of the travel lane.
It's a bit like my left, yeah. Cars coming in and out here. Coming out nearly in front of me. Loads of school children. They're all out and about now.
So if we take the road on the right that's past the building, just where those...
Oh, you want me to go out?
We'll go
Right,
in
okay.
round the back and into the car park at the bottom. And we'll park in bay number 26.
Try not to hit any of these. Too busy gassing. Which bay, sorry?
We'll go through the gates at the bottom. And it's around the back. Well, where we
Oh, where
we
it
picked up
was?
from, yeah.
Yeah. This, yeah.
And then
Right,
just
yeah.
in through there. It's a
You're
little...
going to come right building.
Yeah, it looks a little different from this end.
Just where it was facing up.
Yes, please.
So where's Mike then?
This is so we just if you just drop it back a little bit, you can just see the faint lines there.
Oh, is that
Just-
there's an actual spot then?
There is, I know it's difficult to see from here. If you let it roll back a little bit, you'll see.
I thought you'd just left it.
Just abandoned it.
Yeah. I'm in.
Yeah, so we just go sort of straight forward at that. That should sort us out.
Straight up.
So just to the front end left a little bit. And then straight up with that. That'll be fine.
Right.
And relax. So how was that? How was the? Tell me about the drive back.
That's like we're alright.
Okay.
I think there were maybe a couple of little bits.
So in terms of smoothness, how was it, do you think?
Not always smooth.
Was it smoother than the drive there?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you feel the looking up the road worked?
Better.
Okay.
Yeah. Anticipating things quicker.
So there's a couple of little bits and pieces that you'd said on the drive back. If I could suggest to you, your commentary driving's great, you're spotting the stuff, but you're talking about what's happening. If you add to it what you're going to do about
What
it,
I'm going to do. Yeah.
that'll bring into play stuff like, okay, so it's a bit tighter, so I'm going to go into first gear.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to take a little bit of a wider position here because that's so. Talk about what you see, add in what you're going to do about it,
Yeah.
and that'll put tons of stuff really smooth and really slick.
Yeah.
And that's something you can practice outside of sessions. What do you want? Should we pop inside and have a debrief inside with Val?
Yeah.
See how you found the
Do
thing.
an engine.